Hello and welcome to today's reading. Today we are doing another Bibliomancy reading. If you are unfamiliar with Bibliomancy or my channel, Bibliomancy is the practice of using books or other written material, selecting a random passage, and divining a meaning from it. Today we are using The Lake of Dead Languages by Carol Goodman. The page we are on is 152. Those numbers may be significant to you. May 12th, May 21st, the 15th of February. These all might be significant dates to you. I don't know how much Lucy told Matt about the Horned God, but he was excited about what he called the first ice club. We met at the ice house the last weekend in November. Matt brought a thermos of hot chocolate. Deirdre brought a joint. Lucy brought blankets. We sat in the hull of the extension agent's rowboat, using her life jackets for pillows. We decided it was too dangerous to take the boat out. Someone might see us. Matt insisted that we keep the doors at the end of the hut open so we could look at the lake, even though it made the hut unbearably cold. It was beautiful, though. Lying in the hull of the boat, looking out the doors, it seemed as if we were on the water. Across the lake, we could see the stone wall of the point jutting into the lake like a prow of a gigantic ocean liner bearing down on us. After a few hits, I felt as if we were gliding toward it. The lake has already begun the process of freezing, Matt told us. The first stage is called overturn. As water gets colder, it gets denser, so it sinks, and the warm water rises to the top. Matt made circles in the air with his hands. But, and this is the part that is really amazing, if water continues getting denser as it froze, the lake would freeze from the bottom up. It doesn't? Deirdre asked. Lucy gave her a scornful look, but Matt continued with his explanation patiently. If it did that, all the fish and other creatures would die. But what happens is that at 4 degrees Celsius, water becomes less dense. That means the ice is actually less dense than water. I may be too dense to get this, Deirdre said, passing Matt the joint. Science was never my thing. I was surprised at Deirdre putting herself down like this in front of Matt. I thought she would want to impress him. It was weird, too, because Deirdre wasn't dense about stuff like this. She was actually pretty good at science. If she hadn't spent most of her time getting stoned and thinking about boys, she would have gotten all A's. As it was, she did almost no work and still got B's. The main thing I'm getting from this reading right now is that there seems to be a lot of distraction in your life that is keeping you from focusing on your truest direction. You seem to be really needing validation from your peers or your friends or whatever people are around you. And I'm seeing that you may be suppressing certain parts of your personality or ignoring things for the sake of fitting into the crowd. I'm getting that you might be a college student and maybe you got into this school on a scholarship, but the pressure of fitting into the social sphere, going to parties, joining clubs, doing things that don't have anything to do with your goals, the things that you set out to do, is really starting to get in the way of your success and progress, and you might be seeing yourself sink. And I'm getting that instead of reevaluating your values and your goals and your actions, you are using things to cope with that anxiety and that distress of watching your ship sink. You don't have to be a college student for this reading to resonate. It's simply a very strong image in my mind right now. Take whatever details make sense to you and apply that to your situation. I am getting that whatever is happening for you, you're being called to reevaluate your values again and not necessarily adhere to them, but maybe to decide whether or not those values that you came here for, that you are feeling guilty about not upholding, are really accurate to who you are and what you want as an individual. I am seeing the Hermit card in my head, and I feel like you are entering a period of the Hermit card where you retreat from your daily life and your apparent norm, and you take the time to reflect on your past, your life experience, your present, and what future you really want to create. Continuing the example of the college student, maybe you are in a science program and you've always wanted to be in a science program, and now that you're in it, you're not sure that it's really what feels good for you. And fitting into the social circle is your way to feel validated, where your experience with your science program is not giving you that validation you thought it would. You may find that you're simply in the wrong branch of science and you just need to course correct a little bit. Or you might find, after reflecting, that what you really want to do is create things that are not ones and zeros and that are open to interpretation. So something more like an art career might actually be more in alignment for you. However, you feel like you have created a character for yourself and you are failing to fill in the shoes that you expected yourself to fill, and for whatever reason, you are afraid to really confront why that is happening, and so you are using substances, people, other things to make you feel better about yourself, but it's really not doing the job. And the best thing for you to do is really take a hard look at what you have been feeling recently about the thing that you're avoiding and why you are feeling those things. I know that this is a difficult topic and it may be really scary for you to embark on this journey, but I promise you that you're not alone. And if you need to, you can turn to other people who have had the similar experiences. Maybe if you are in college, some of your professors or guidance counselors. Of course, if you don't want to do that and you don't want to talk to anyone in person, you can always use the internet. We have a lot of connection between individuals in similar situations to you if you only know how to use the correct keywords. Doing something like that might help you out, might help you gain a different perspective on the thing that you are feeling guilty about, and help you realize that you shouldn't be feeling guilty, but that guilt is a sign that you may be pushing yourself to do things that aren't necessarily in alignment for you. And so you're avoiding those things and using other things to fill in that feeling of disappointment. If you are able to do this in a safe way, maybe getting some therapy might help you walk through this, or finding someone to just talk to and throw out your feelings and sort them out might help you realize where you're going wrong with this. This is going to be a little bit of a journey to sort out. I think it might take you a few weeks or a few months. I personally went through a similar experience, and it took me about 2 years to really settle into the hermit mode and really sort everything out. But I'm so happy that I did, because I feel much more comfortable with myself and with my life, and I am much more empowered because of the steps I took to understand myself, what I was wanting, what I was doing that wasn't helping me get there, and realizing how I could collect tools to help me get there. I believe in you so much, and I know that you can figure this out, but it's time to stop avoiding the issue and really dive headfirst into it, and you can deal with the fallout later. I hope this reading was helpful. I hope that you succeed in what you want to create for yourself, whether you know it now or it's something that you have yet to discover. Please let me know in the comments what you're going through. If you feel comfortable doing that, I'd love to know. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell in order to get updates when I upload new videos. But until next time, bye.